Hey, first grade, welcome back to Reading Workshop Tips with Mrs. Lee. I can't believe we're in our last few days of learning together and reading together. As always, I'm so excited to get to read with each of you today. And you see who's up here with me? That's right, Travis is here just hanging out, looking to see what we're reading today. He's especially excited because the book we read has a dog in it, just like him. So today we're going to open up our YouTube workbooks to the week of June 8th, and we're going to turn to page 14 today, which should look like this picture that's up on the screen. It should say 6-9 for June 9, chapter summary. Now today and this week in Reading Workshop, we're going to practice something that's going to be super important for you, especially next year, but also this summer when you're reading chapter books. When we read chapter books, it can be easy to just read through chapter to chapter. And then even for me as a grown-up, if I don't pause along the way to stop and think about what's happening in each chapter, sometimes I get confused and have to go back because I get to the end and I'm like, wait, I actually kind of lost track of what I was reading and can't remember who was who and what happened. When we read a lot of pages in a chapter book, one strategy that can help us understand the chapter book better is to pause at the end of each chapter and just say like a 1 or 2 summary of what the whole chapter was about. This is also a really cool way for you to share with someone in your family about what you've been reading. And then sometimes it's also great to just share your thoughts, share something you thought about during the chapter, because that also will help you to connect with the chapter more and understand the whole story better when you get to the end. So I know for myself, when I'm reading a chapter book, I often like to pause after each chapter and tell somebody in my own family a little bit about what I've been reading and what I think about it. So let's get started. Today, we're going to read a story on Epic called King and Kayla. And I know some of you guys have been reading some of these chapter books. It's a series of books, so there's a number of King and Kayla books on Epic. And in the King and Kayla books, they're mysteries. So Kayla is like a detective that solves mysteries with her dog, King. We're going to read one of these books together today. We're going to read the first chapter today, the second chapter on Friday. Then the cool thing is, if you like this book, you can go on to Epic and finish the rest of the chapters on your own. All right, let's get started. All right, so this book is called King and Kayla and the Case of the Mysterious Mouse. Chapter 1, Fetch. Hello, my name is King. I'm a dog. This is Kayla. She is my human. Kayla and I are at Jillian's house. We're playing fetch with Jillian and Thor. I love fetch. It's my favorite thing. Kayla throws the ball. I run after it. Got it, I tell Kayla with my tail. I love my ball. It's my favorite thing. I bring it back to Kayla. Throw it again, I say. You're so lucky your dog can fetch, Jillian says. Thor will learn to fetch when he gets bigger, Kayla says. I'm already big, Thor says, and I can fetch. Watch. Thor picks up my ball and runs away with it. That is not how you play fetch. Bring it, Thor, Jillian claps her hands together. Bring me the ball. Oh, look, a butterfly, Thor says. He drops the ball and chases the butterfly. My ball rolls under a bush. Jillian crawls under to get it. Then she throws it to Kayla. But she throws too hard. My ball sails over the fence. Sorry, Jillian says. I'll go get it. She runs next door. I wait by the gate. I wait and wait and wait. Finally, Jillian comes back with a ball. But it's not my ball. So we're going to pause here because this is the end of chapter 1. And we're going to go back to our notebooks and write a few things down. Grab a pencil and let's go back to our notebooks together. All right, so let's get ready to write about this chapter. So right here up at the top of our paper, go ahead and grab your pencil. We're going to write the name of the book that we were reading. And this is The Mysterious Mouse. So if we had a little more space, we could say King and Kayla and the Mysterious Mouse. But I think because we don't have a lot of room in our workbooks, we'll just say King and Kayla. And then we can go back to the book to see the name of the author. And now let's take a look at the author's name. It's written by Dory Butler right here. So let's go back to our paper and add this in. So right here next to where it says author, I'm going to add Dory Butler. And of course, I'm going to capitalize both her first and last name because it's a proper noun. Now over here, it says we need to write down which chapter we read. So right here, we'll write chapter 1. And then right here, it says the pages we read. So we read pages 6 to 11. And sometimes this is a strategy I know some UT scholars have used when they're reading chapter books. Sometimes they put like a little piece of paper as a bookmark in their chapter book to remind themselves of where they are. Or if they've been on Epic, or if they don't have a bookmark, sometimes I know some UT scholars will just write down the page numbers they read. So the next time we would know, we would just start after page 11 on page 12. And this is a great strategy so that you don't have to go back and reread the pages that you've already read. All right, so now in this box right here, it's asking us to write some of the chapter events. And this is where we can just write a short summary. A summary is different from a retell because in a chapter book, the story takes place over lots of chapters. So unlike a retell of a whole story where we can talk about the setting and then the problem and then the solution and then the lesson and all the events in between, when we write a summary about a chapter, we're just summarizing or saying in like 1 to 2 sentences the main thing that happened in this chapter. So I am going to think back. I want you to think back with me about what happened in this chapter. How could we put that into 2 sentences if we were going to tell somebody what this whole first chapter was about and what happened? Take a moment and think about it. I think I've got something. So I'm actually going to write it off to the side here, but if you can squeeze it in, you can put it right here in chapter events. So I'm thinking I want to definitely make sure to say who the characters are and what they're doing in the first chapter, because this is when we've first been introduced to all the characters. So I'm going to start by saying Kayla and Jillian I'm going to start by saying Kayla and Jillian are playing ball with King and Thor. Because now, if someone had never read this book, they know who the characters are, both the girls who are playing and the puppies that they're playing with. Now I'm going to write one more sentence to explain what happens in this chapter, the main event, the big thing that happens in this chapter. So I'm going to say, the ball goes over the fence and Jillian brings back a different ball. And I may even underline that word different and put an exclamation mark because that was something that really stood out. The ball was different. It wasn't the same. And I think this is going to be part of the mystery. So now where it says my thoughts, this is a place for us to just stop and think about, what is something I'm thinking at the end of this chapter? And what you're thinking might be different from what I'm thinking. I know something I was thinking was, I wonder where the ball went and whose ball Jillian. Count. I'm curious about that. So that's what I'm going to write down for my thoughts. You might write down something different. And again, you can write it right there in that bubble under my thoughts or off to the side if you need more space like I did. All right, and then the last thing we're going to do is make a prediction. It's fun to make a prediction about what might happen next because that can get us excited to keep on reading. And it also is another way that we can just be thinking really carefully about what we've read so far as we look ahead to what might happen next. So here, down at the bottom, now it's your turn. You're going to do this on your own. And I'm not going to share my prediction because I want you to think about your own prediction. So the question at the bottom is, what do you think will happen in the next chapter? Take a moment now to write down what you think is going to happen in chapter 2, and we'll find out when we read again together on Friday. I hope you have a great day today, first graders, and I can't wait to read with you for our last reading workshop together on Friday. See you again soon.